Hello everyone, we meet again in the series of Donate Your Time in the Nation Building campaign which is started by DKT. This is Madhuri here. I have done my post-graduation in counseling psychology. Today in this series of second video I will be talking about second chapter of 11th standard NCERT book. The name of the topic is Methods of Inquiry in Psychology. The chapter I will start with the quote which is mentioned in the first page of this book is an idea, that is idea developed and put into action is more important than an idea which exists only as an idea. It is given by Gautam Buddha. I would like to appeal to all those viewers, whoever is watching this video, that use this time as a vacation. This is the idea which we had. Everybody, including me, everybody had idea about having vacation, doing this work and that work which is pending. We wanted vacation. So this is the vacation given by our government. I know it is a forced vacation, we didn't wanted it, but use this vacation to those all your ideas. Whoever has whatever idea, use those ideas and enhance your skill, and then after the lockdown come back in your work, in education, in whatever work you are doing with the full utilized time, with the skill. Let's come back to the chapter. The chapter says goals of, basically it focus on research. So research is broadly focused on what are the goals of research, what are the methods, different methods of research, what are the steps taken while conducting the research, what are the ethical standards which come across while conducting the research. So first we will try and understand the goals of research. It says 3 to 4 goals. First, description. Second, prediction. Third, explanation. Fourth, control of behavior. And fifth is application of knowledge, whatever we have generated in all those 4 goals, in objective manner. The first goal, it says description. In the description, it tries to attempt to describe a particular behavior or phenomenon as accurately as possible. We need to focus on this key term. It says as accurately as possible. Because why it says this term? Psychology as a subject is very subjective. So in whatever method we use and try to follow, we try to do in an objective manner. But as compared to other sciences, other subjects, we cannot say with 100% surety. We will only say by 99.99% accurately, not exactly 100% accurately as we say in another subject which is physics, chemistry or maths. So if you add 2 plus 2, it will be 4 only. It will not come 5. It doesn't matter I calculate or you calculate or anybody else calculate. So it is says that's why it says as accurately as possible. So let's come back with the example. It says if a researcher want to understand a particular study habit of a people like children, so what could be in the study habit? It could be like attending classes regularly, doing the class work properly, etc. So let's come back to the second goal. It says prediction. So what is prediction focus on? Prediction focus on if we understand and describe a behavior in a very accurate way, then it tries to predict the behavior. So if we know certain things, then we can predict about what can happen next. Giving example, right now due to this COVID-19 pandemic, the economy status is, all the places are shut, everybody is in home, people are not allowed to travel, and right now things are getting open and it will open step by step. But due to these lockdown, the economy is impacted so much. So that's why our economists are predicting that our growth rate, our national growth rate or state growth rate will be reduced and will not go higher based on this present scenario. They are predicting that. Okay, let's come back to the third goal. It says explanation. So in the explanation, it tries to understand the reason behind, the determinant behind that particular behavior which is happening. Remember, I have talked in the first video about in the branch of psychology is criminal psychology. There I talked about motive behind a person committing crime, what are the circumstances which was there because of which the person has committed crime. This is try to being understand in criminal psychology. So whoever has not watched that first video, please go back and have a look on that video. It will help you understand the different perspective of psychology, how it has emerged, and history behind it, and different subjects, how it is linked with this psychology. Let's come back to the fourth goal. It says control. So when we know what is the reason behind that behavior, and we understand through description and explanation, then through control we try to manipulate that behavior to do in a positive impact. Giving example, so if we spend a particular amount of time in understanding and knowing a subject, then it helps to understand that subject in much more efficient way. Let's come back to another goal. It says application. Application, here I already pointed out that positive changes is tries to bring out a positive changes in people. Giving example, that yoga and meditation help in reducing our stress. This is the time where government is trying to give us all those small tips through Arogya Setu app, that how we can calm down our mind, how can we take care of our health. So we will try and understand the steps of research now. Before beginning to understand the steps of research, we will try and understand there is a key word which is called objectivity. So objectivity says a fact that if two or more persons independently study a particular event or a behavior to a particular extent, to a great extent, it should arrive in a same conclusion. As I have given example of 2 plus 2 will be 4. So that cannot be done in psychology because it is a subjective subject. But to a larger extent, researchers tries to maintain that objectivity around the research, so that even one person conducts the research, or same another person or third person, 3 or 4 person tries to conduct the same research, then it has to come a sort of certain conclusion which should be approximately same as first one. So that is called objectivity. So now we'll understand the steps of research. So there are 5 or 6 steps of broader steps which is mentioned in this book. It says first is conceptualization of problem, second it talks about data collection, third it says drawing conclusion, and fourth it says revisiting the research conclusion which is made in the first step, that is conceptualization of problem. So we will try and understand each step by step. So one says conceptualization of problem. So in conceptualizing a problem, there are few steps which is followed, like on which basis the research problem is formed or deduced, made by a researcher, is they try to have their past experience or past reading or research or observation or personal experience. Giving example like why I conducted my research. So I used to find in the place where I used to study during my graduation, all people, students did not had any idea about counseling, or even they used to have stigma around counseling. They did not have any all sort of understanding that what is counseling. So I had this notion in my graduation. Then when I reached TSS, I had this idea that if I got this opportunity to do this research while doing my as a part of curriculum, so I chose this topic because it was there in my past experience. I wanted to explore about this. So based on those my past experiences, I made the research, all reviews that what are the other researchers has done till now, whoever has conducted the research till now. So this way the step get followed. So it can be in a different context of understanding an individual person, to a group behavior, to different sort of levels. It depends upon the researcher and the particular time which is given to that person, or doing in a PhD or a master's or a graduation level. As particular time the person is having, then the person gets idea about what research he has or she has to do. So in this first step, the researcher, after doing this research review, then it comes to formation of hypothesis. So what is the hypothesis? It is says that developing a tentative answer of the problem, like giving you example of smoking leads to cancer. It can be hypothesis, and then the person tries to understand that does smoking leads to cancer or not. After conducting the research, person gets to know. So now we will try and understand the second step, which says data collection or collecting the data. So in this, before conducting the data, there are 4 steps a person has to follow. That person has to determine that who will be the participant of the research, who will be what will be the method of the data collection, what will be the tool of data collection, and what will be the process of data collection. So participant could be children or adults or emerging adults, could be any population based on the research topic. Then it says tools of research. So what are the tools of research? There are different tools like observation method, experimental method, case study method, or survey research. These all methods of psychology we will understand as we go in this chapter only in the upcoming time. So the third point, it talks about what would be the particular tool of conducting the research. So it can be questionnaire, it can be interview, it can be survey through questionnaire, or FGD like focus group discussions. Then it says what are the tools to collect research. So tools could be sending those questionnaire to participant through mail or through telephonic conversation or through in-person talking to those people while conducting the research. So there could be different procedure of conducting research. So third, it says drawing the conclusion. The conclusion, in drawing conclusion, the whatever the data is being collected, the data get analyzed through a process. So a process is a stat. So stat will be, there are statistical methods, different statistical methods we will understand as we study further in upcoming sub chapters. So could be given a graphical representation of those analysis of research, could be in a pie chart, could be in a bar diagram. So what is the purpose of this analysis? The analysis try to verify the hypothesis which happened at the first step of the research, that whatever hypothesis we have formed and whatever after the data collection, whatever the conclusion we are getting, is it the same or is it different? If it is different, then new sort of theory will be formed, or if it will be same, then the hypothesis get verified, that whatever we have made the hypothesis like smoking leads to cancer get verified, and it becomes a phenomenon that yes, smoking leads to cancer. So the third step I have mentioned, drawing that conclusion, and fourth it says revisiting the research conclusion. The research conclusion is the same. After looking at the hypothesis, we try to understand that our conclusion is same or different. So then further it says that hypothesis, if new hypothesis is formed, then another person has whoever want to explore in the subject will conduct the research and understand the different perspective that time.